Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And he's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another fun-filled news-breaking edition of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. Before we get to the breaking news, we'll just say that this is brought to you by eforms.com. I said eforms.com. What did I say? I said eforms.com. Eforms.com is a place where you can get any kind of form you need to facilitate any kind of law goal you have. For example, you want to kick your grandmother out of your house, you get an eviction notice. You want to sell your grandmother a motorcycle, you can get a purchase agreement. Anything you want to make sure that you take care of your grandma's assets in a way most beneficial to yourself, get a power of attorney for your grandma. Anything you need, it doesn't have to be a grandma, it could be anybody, but go to eforms.com. Don't hire somebody like me, because you can save more money by going and doing it yourself, because that's where I'd go. I'd go to eforms.com. Okay, breaking news. Trump. I'm going to read this article. This is from Reuters. Trump sues CNN claiming defamation, seeks $475 million in punitive damages. Oh my God, this is so fucking hilarious. So I've read this a little bit, but I'm going to read this article to you. I'm going to read it to you verbatim. Former U.S. President Donald Trump sued CNN for defamation on Monday, today, seeking $475 million in punitive damages and claiming the network had carried out a campaign of libel and slander against him. Really? What about you telling Ted Cruz and everybody that was listening that his father was responsible, along with Lee Harvey Oswald, for the assassination of John F. Kennedy? Yeah. Trump claims in a lawsuit filed in the U.S. Oh, they're coming for Trump right now. Kidding. Trump claims in a lawsuit filed in U.S. District Court, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, that CNN had used its considerable influence as a leading news organization to defeat him politically. And here's the thing. Opinion, and especially when you're a public figure, and he's a public figure, has to be malicious, and there has to be a reckless disregard for the truth, okay? So if you just compare somebody to Hitler and say they're just like Hitler, that's not a reckless disregard for the truth. That's somebody's opinion. And there's a very high bar when you sue the media. CNN has declined to comment on this case. Oh, that's very smart of them. Trump, a Republican, claims in a 29-page lawsuit that CNN had a long track record of criticizing him and had ramped up its attack in the recent months because the network feared that he would run again in 2024. Well, it's 2022. It's a little premature. As part of the concerted effort to tilt the political balance to the left, CNN has tried to taint the plaintiff with a series of ever more scandalous, false, and defamatory labels of racist, Russian lackey, insurrectionist, and ultimately Hitler, the lawsuit claims. So, New York Times versus Sullivan, that's the seminal case. So look that up, and you're going to find that he's going to go nowhere. But he's got nothing. This is just him. All the press is going bad against me. I had to do something to combat the press. The lawsuit lists several instances in which CNN appeared to compare Trump to Hitler, including January 2022 special report by host Fareed Zakaria that included footage of the German dictator, if the shoe fits. Trump, who in 2020 lost a re-election bid to Democratic Joe Biden, has not said whether he's going to seek re-election. You know why he hasn't done that? Because once he does that, the RNC ain't going to pay his fucking legal bills anymore. And right now they're paying his legal bills. In a statement, the former president said that he would be filing lawsuits against other major media companies in the coming weeks and months, and that he could even take action against congressional committee probing the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol for his supporters. Here's the problem that I have with this. Not that I have, that he's going to have. Guess what happens when you file these fucking lawsuits? You subject yourself to discovery. So, will they be able to take his deposition? Yes. Will they be able to have the demand for the production of documents? Yes. Will they be able to ask him to admit or deny certain things? Yes, they will. And so when they do this, he's opening himself up. But he's not looking at that far. All he sees is press. And this is a way for him to get back at the press and to get a story that he's on the attack, that he is on the offense, and that's going to be the story rather than him getting indicted, which is going to happen here soon. I bet it happens right after the midterms, which is in another month. Is it a coincidence? I mean, why didn't he sue back last January when that story aired? The midterms are coming up. This is a stunt. This is an absolute stunt. Trump was sued last month by New York State Attorney General Letitia James, who has accused him of lying to banks, blah, blah, blah. We already covered that. And one last little thing I'll read to you. The lawsuit comes as a 76-year-old former president faces considerable legal woes, including criminal investigation by the U.S. Department of Justice for retaining government records, blah, blah, blah. We covered that. The problem that he's going to have is that he is going to have to answer discovery. And what a gift to the Department of Justice. You know, I mean, the January 6th committee, you're going to sue them. This is all a political, it's not even political. This is just him getting in the headlines going on the offense. That's what it is. And we know who Trump is. We know what he does. And it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, because this lawsuit, like all of his election, he had 62, I think it was 62 different jurisdictions that he filed lawsuits in and lost every single one of them. This won't be any different than that. So this is just our quick little update on Trump suing CNN. Breaking news. We'll see what happens. So we'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers. Make sure you subscribe, of course, and follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Patreon, and we'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts.
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And he's gonna react to all the self-snitching.